I saw in the news that the President Trump's, Anti-Weaponization Fund has been, canceled, allegedly. But I had always wondered who were going to be the true recipients of money like that. You know what I mean? Everyone always wondered out loud if it was going to go to, the people involved in, the January 6th Capitol riot. And I never, ever believed that. I had always assumed that it was going to go to, senators like Mitch McConnell, Ted Cruz, Marco Rubio, who were involved in the planning and coordination and unrest of January 6th. It's worth remembering that because of their involvement, their families were brought in for questioning. Their personal devices were taken, their emails sorted through, their correspondence measured. And so the money from the Anti-Weaponization Fund would actually have been an apology to those people for what they were put through, for their complicity. I am glad that the Weaponization Fund is canceled, but I will not be surprised if there is another attempt to push funding through to these people as a apology, as a thank you for what they went through to help make January 6th happen. What I think, the whole thing is a complete catastrophe. The UFC boxing match, taking place on the White House lawn that, the Trump administration has formally invited, U.S. soldiers at the soldiers' own expense even to go to the show, to sit in, short sleeve dress uniform would be the most miserable thing I could ever imagine. Sitting in open, sky seating with no trees, nothing but the sun beating down on you. Because let's be honest, there is only going to be 2 awnings at the match. There will be one over the president's booth because the president cannot be uncomfortable and neither can the first family. And the second will be over, the cage itself where the fighters are performing because, they were paid $1 million each to be there. They're too expensive to be uncomfortable. They will demand awnings. They will demand cooling. But, the audience, the soldiers, nobody's going to care. And so, I guarantee you, soldiers will be told in an internal memo or right before getting there that they are recommended to, pack their trousers, to pack their dress uniforms with bags of ice. And so it will be embarrassing for these soldiers to stand up and it will look like they all wet themselves. You know what I mean? Because they've been shoving ice packs in their pant legs, ice packs in their crotch, because they're sitting in 90-degree heat cooking to death. And that's the only thing that anyone will do to make them comfortable is to recommend they shove ice packs in their pants.